Hey guys, thanks for joining me again today. I really enjoyed the making the video yesterday with the build of the Super Chipmunk. But I wanted to show you another aircraft that I recently completed. It's another SIG kit. Most viewers out there will know exactly what this is. It's the SIG Kougar. It's a 40 size kit produced by SIG Manufactured. And I built this one very similar in regards to how I'm going to be covering and finishing the Super Chipmunk. So I thought it would be a great opportunity to kind of show off some of the work that I have already completed. So this aircraft has been converted to electric. It has been fiberglass with 3/4 ounce fiberglass cloth with the water-based polyurethane, and then completed and painted with the Krylon 2x paint. So it's the primer and color in one. Great coverage on that paint, works wonderful. And then what I did, instead of a gloss finish, I went ahead and used a matte satin finish. I didn't want an extremely glossy aircraft. I wanted to keep it somewhat subdued, so it you know, hides some of the imperfections that you might find in some of the paint job and so on. So I did convert this to electric. As you can see, there's no engine hanging out the front of this. I created the hatch here, magnetic. Have Goofy in there, of course, because he's a great pilot, knows how to fly an airplane well. But made the hatch the whole canopy section. Comes right off with a magnetic attachment point. Makes it very easy. Opens up the whole front section here for the battery to be able to get it in and out. Now you can see I did it in the Blue Angels coloration rather than the Thunderbirds. My father is building another kit, same exact plane, and he is going to be doing his in the Thunderbirds coloration so we can fly them together. As you'll see, most of the decals on this aircraft I custom made. I made them myself on a vinyl cutter. The 5, the US Navy, and as you can see, the Blue Angels livery as well. And on the bottom, we have the US Navy on the bottom of the wing, just like on the full scale. Now the front decal here and the United States flag is a water slide decal. Bought some paper on Amazon that I could print with my inkjet printer. You then use the Testors sealer for those for the ink, and then transfer those right onto the body, and then clear coat over them. Makes a nice decal. And since this is electric, I am not worried about any of the decals coming off due to the oil or fuel coming off the aircraft. I did choose to go with a 3-bladed propeller on this aircraft. Works very well. Gives me plenty of thrust. And the motor is a Turnigy 46 equivalent. More than enough power with a 60 amp ESE. I also installed Retracts. And give me just a moment, and I will flip the aircraft over and plug in the battery, and we'll see how these Retracts work. Okay, so now with the aircraft on its back here, you can see I have these Turnigy Retracts that have springs on them. Works really well. They're servoless Retracts, and I did put the servos on the inside the wing instead of in the center, and having push rods in the center here. So I do like that much better. It creates a nice short linkage using ball links and clevis soldered onto the push rod here. The Retracts here, we'll get a battery plugged into this baby, and we'll see how these Retracts work. Now I'll warn you, they are extremely loud. And everyone at the flying field likes to say that I have cement mixers for Retracts. So here we go. They're going to go up. And they fit nicely in there. They do hang down a little bit because of the arm that they have on here, but that's not a big deal. Doesn't really affect how it flies. Flies great still. And you'll notice here that the nose gear retract does not go into the wing. I did not want to have to cut a hole in the wing, leading edge, where it mounts. It just doesn't seem like the right thing to do. Weaken that structure, and really did not want to have to deal with any of that. So what I did is, since we are going electric anyway on here, I made a engine box up in the front here, which allowed me to mount this nose wheel a little bit further forward. So what it does is I ended up cutting a slot inside the firewall instead, and that allowed the retract to go right inside, just right in this front section here instead. Works out wonderful. Now I did not put any coolant vents inside on the cowl itself. I have not really had any issues with overheating of the motor. I am under amping this motor by a great deal, so no heating issues whatsoever. Motor's still working very well on that 5-cell. So everything works beautifully there. So we'll go ahead and put the landing gear back out. And there you go. Retracts are out. Nice spring gear. Nice shock absorbing. These are just Hobby King retracts as well. All aluminum. They work wonderfully. Have not had them fail on me yet. Probably have about a month worth of flying on this, or maybe 2 months worth of flying on this aircraft, and it seems to work really well. I did end up having to put some skids on the tail surface and also on the wingtips, where I noticed where it would hit when I made a turn a little too sharp. So I got those on there to protect the wingtips. Since I've put them on there, they haven't hit the ground. Go figure. So, okay, and then with that said, I'm going to go ahead and show you the build pictures. Apologize, I don't have any build video during this construction of this aircraft. But the pictures will show it from start to finish. So I hope you enjoy it. And please like, subscribe, and put some questions down below if you have any. I'll try to answer them as they come in. Thank you again, and happy holidays.